Yes, people, so it's that time. I've got some good updates for you, and I've got some very useful information that you guys are going to find very valuable, and that's going to steer you in the right direction to do very, very well. That being said, let's get cracking. Right now, we're sitting at 22.72% for 2023. Okay, so very, very, very strong performance, continuing to climb, and this is clearly higher than in my last video. And the reason why it's higher is because the trades that I've been taking this week have just been paying out phenomenally well. As a matter of fact, let me share one of those with you guys. This was a trade that I posted over on the Patreon, and you can see here it says Tuesday, new trade, where I'm buying JD puts. Okay, puts on ticker symbol JD, strike price $30, the date 20th of October. And if you take a look and see what happened to JD stock price today, you'll see that it absolutely got obliterated. Okay, absolutely got wrecked in the markets today. Now, this is a trade that I had planned for and prepared for from last week, right? I didn't just go on the charts and decide to enter into JD. This was something I actually prepared last week, just as all my trades are prepared well in advance. I never just get on the charts and I'm like, oh yeah, let me go and enter into a trade there. Nope, everything is pre-planned for days in advance. Okay, anyway, you can see the next update is me closing JD for a $3,000 profit, over $3,000. Okay, you can see that it was damn near 100% return on this trade. And again, that is why the account is higher and just continues to move higher, because I'm just executing to my plan, executing to my strategy day in, day out. That being said, every single trade that I take is in my rooms. You guys can take those trades and the links to them are all down below in the video description. Before I get cracking, I want you guys to understand how powerful a compounded return of 25, 30%, even less than that is. That is enough to make any of you guys extremely financially secure, extremely financially well off, okay, into the millions in your lifetime. Believe me, it's a very, very powerful, with compounded returns of that rate, phenomenal, right? Absolutely phenomenal. That being said, let me actually just start by talking about this one right here, TQQQ. If you guys remember in the last video, this thing was sitting somewhere around 37. Told you it's going to 39.50. Currently sitting at 39.92. Okay, again, phenomenal move in TQQQ. And I know a lot of you guys would have got into this. A lot of you guys would have got into your trades, your long positions on this, and made a lot of money. So make sure you let me know. Okay, one thing is, I love it when you guys actually post in the comment section and literally tell me that you've made phenomenal returns by just taking the guidance, okay, by just following the game plan. So TQQQ, phenomenal performance, damn near hitting $40, moving very well. Let me know if you got in on that trade. AMD. Now, in the last video, this thing was sitting at $107. I told you it's going to 111. If you check today, if I check the highest price today, you can see it's 111.24. That was the highest price today. So you guys, if you got into AMD, you should literally close out your position by now and just be chilling, sitting happy on your profits. Okay, again, played out perfectly. Now, for those of you guys wondering, How does Sankey call these moves? How is he able to predict price movement? Well, it comes from two things: spending many years in the markets and understanding repetition. Okay, setups repeat themselves. You see the same type of actions over and over again. But then also a deep understanding that comes from actually spending time in the markets as well. Those two things together, you're able to predict with very good accuracy on the majority of times. And the majority of times it plays out to a T. Okay. So AMD, let me know if you got in on that. Phenomenal. And yeah, CrowdStrike as well. I'm not going to go through that in any detail, but clearly that's been moving higher towards that $200 mark. So literally, if any of you guys watched my last video, you should have done very well, and you should be richer than you were before you watched that video. So that being said, looking forward, let's talk about the SPY. The SPY is on my radar right now, and the reason why it's on my radar is because it's above $433. $433 is key, because $433 is a very key area of support. It's held that level, it's moved above that level, and because of that, it has the ability to climb higher. The price target hit for SPY is $442. That is my expectation of where we should expect SPY to be going in the next week. And at $442, that's where you're going to get a lot of oversold readings in the market. Okay. And because of that, you should expect some downside volatility, some pressure on prices around that level. That's my expectation of what is to happen next in these markets. But given the range, SPY currently sitting midway through its range, you should have the ability to move to the top of the range, which is that $442 mark. But it's very key that it holds that $433, right? Very key, because if it drops below 433, it's going to move to the range below, and it will then move to $426. But that is if it breaks the 433 support level that it's holding and it's put in place this week. Okay. So that's it. That's the intel that I've got for you in this video. But make sure you are in my rooms to make sure that you are maximizing the amount of profits that you are making out there in the markets, because obviously there are trades, there are things that I'm doing that I'm not talking about on YouTube, or don't have the ability to come on and talk about with speed. All right, but if you got into AMD, if you got into TQQQ, let me know, or CrowdStrike, let me know down in the comment section below of this video.